Hey, Aggies, it's Chancellor May and LeShelle, and it's time for Thursday Thoughts. And today we're at the Cross-Cultural Center, the CCC. The CCC stands as our campus's pioneering and most ancient cultural hub, having played a catalytic role in fostering vibrant communities here at UC Davis. The center was born out of student activism starting in 1990, with their mission being to work toward a more just and liberated world. They support our incredibly diverse communities through resources and programming. For example, the CCC hosts Cultural Days, which feature exciting celebrations such as the annual Powwow, La Gran Tardeada, and the Light Festival. In fact, one of the culture days is Black Family Day, which will be on May 4th this year. So save the date, because we'll be there.
Okay.
The CCC has played a pivotal role in shaping how we celebrate Black Futures Month on campus, adopting the term to create a shared vision of the trajectory for Black life on campus and beyond. You can learn more about the Cross-Cultural Center by visiting their website, ccc.ucdavis.edu, following their Instagram at UCD_CCC, or watching their Real Places of UCD episode on the UC Davis YouTube. Now, let's get on to your questions this week.
Okay.
All right, this is a good one.
Okay.
If you could have a meal with any social justice advocate from history or current day, who would it be and why?
Stevie Wonder. And you would think not, because he's a
social justice activist.
He is such a social activist.
Yeah.
Through his music, I mean, the way he, everything about his music is something to do with social justice.
Because he won't go to certain places.
That's right, he
certain
won't.
States.
Yeah, he stands his ground, so good.
I will pick Malcolm X, and that's because, one, I really enjoyed the movie, and I once got to meet his daughter, and people that have paid the price are really meaningful to me. So Malcolm X, Nelson Mandela, people like that. So Malcolm X went to jail for many years.
Yeah.
And he also, his viewpoints changed over his life.
Right.
Right, from criminal to really hardcore Nation of Islam to, after he went to Mecca, his viewpoint on Islam even broadened.
Right. I'm surprised you didn't pick Muhammad Ali, because you like.
That's another good one.
He changed his name. Yeah.
There's a lot of them I can pick. Yeah.
So.
Your turn.
All right. When you were a student, way back when
the earth was cooling.
Yes, and it really does feel that way. Were there any Black faculty members who greatly impacted you?
Yeah, you know the answer to this one, right?
Oh, yes, I do.
I was an undergrad at Georgia Tech in the 1980s, and there was one Black faculty member in engineering. My major was electrical engineering, and his name was Dr. Augustine Esserboy, and he was my mentor and role model and father figure. We remain friends now. In fact, he started a scholarship at UC Davis in my name in engineering just recently. So he's my answer. Yeah.
Right, okay.
Who impacted you at Boston University?
Well, no one.
Nobody.
Like I didn't have one. You were so fortunate. But wasn't he the first, Dr. Esserboy, the first African-American, I mean, he was actually African.
He's from Nigeria.
Black faculty?
Yeah,
at Georgia
first in
Tech?
engineering. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I didn't have one.
There were none at BU?
Now that I can remember, although they had them, but they were not in engineering.
Oh,
so you were fortunate to have them in engineering. They were in, other areas like Black Studies, because Martin Luther King went to BU, and they had them on campus. But I was so focused in that engineering, I didn't have any. So there we go.
All right. Well, all right. What has been one of the most memorable events for you on campus at UC Davis?
Oh, gosh, there's so many. Oh, were you able to narrow yours down to
I have
one?
I have one. And it's not
it's
the
just
dunk
one?
tank. Not being dunked in the dunk tank.
Really?
Yeah. You don't have any?
No, I have like many.
Okay. We want to just hear one.
Okay. Well, you narrowed yours just to one.
You want to get mine?
Yeah, I want to hear yours.
Mine was interviewing William Shatner on my colloquium. So as a Trekker, meeting and interviewing William Shatner was a highlight for me.
Oh, okay. I can see that, the whole Star Trek, blah, blah, blah. But I don't do colloquiums. But if I had to pick one, actually, it's interestingly enough, it was not that long ago, the Shrimp has a gala, and Nancy Pelosi came this year. And I adore Nancy Pelosi. I really do. Just everything about her. And it was she's so regal.
Yeah.
And that was a moment. That's just one of many, but yeah.
She's a very impressive woman.
Really, just
But
amazing.
we are a nonpartisan campus.
Any movies you recommend by Black screenwriters?
Wow.
Well, Spike Lee has a bunch.
Yeah, Spike Lee for sure. Almost all of his I enjoy. Going back to, what was his first one? She's Gotta Have It.
Right.
School Days.
Yeah.
Jungle Fever.
Yeah. Although he has
On and
had
on and on.
recent controversy, but I don't know.
His more recent movies, I don't know if they're controversial, but he doesn't write. I'm not sure if Ryan Coogler writes, but he directs for sure.
Ah.
And anything associated with Ryan Coogler, I will go see.
Okay.
He's good.
Okay, good.
Black Panther, of course.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's who that is. I don't know who that Ryan Coogler
Fruitvale
is.
Station, I think, was his first big movie.
Okay.
But,
But Black Panther, I didn't know. Oh, yeah. Well, good.
All right, my turn. What song or movie will always bring you joy?
I bet I can predict your song.
Try.
Stevie Wonder.
It's Stevie Wonder.
I know it is.
What song?
As?
She knows me.
I do.
30 years of marriage will do that. As, by the way, is my favorite song. In my opinion, the greatest lyrics of all time of any song ever written.
Okay.
What's yours?
So I have a lot of music, but I'll go, since you did music, I'll do movie.
Okay.
Pretty Woman by far still brings me joy when I watch that movie.
Yeah.
It is still my favorite movie of all time.
Yeah. I do remember you knowing all of the dialogue from that movie.
And the lyrics.
When we were
and the
dating,
music.
when I first discovered
Yes.
that. That's our last question.
Yes.
Good to be with you this week, Aggies. Until we see you next week, be healthy and be safe, and go Ags.